leadership has created a 3-year focus for our team projects.
We asked local leaders in government, business, nonprofits, and service this question. Right here, right now. Who needs our help the most?
The overwhelming answer was at-risk youth.
Hi, I'm Judge Dave Larson. I'm a Federal Way Municipal Court judge. Before I became a judge, I was on the Federal Way School Board. I've lived in Federal Way since 1967 and attended Federal Way schools as a student.
My name is Dennis Turner. I'm the Executive Director of Building the Bridges organization. It's an organization out of Tacoma, Washington. We work with gang-involved youth in Pierce County, King County, and all over the state. We work with helping youth who are at risk or involved in gangs to hopefully change their lives and be better in terms of moving forward in their lives by helping them provide service and empowerment.
My name is Robin Korak. I'm the Chief Operations Officer for the Multi-Service Center, and we provide a wide variety of services, including youth employment and education services. We work with youth who come from juvenile justice system as well as youth in the general community.
So my name is Rashad Norris, and I'm the Director of Outreach at Highline Community College. So what I do is I go out to high schools, I go to junior highs, elementaries, I go to community centers, I go to juvenile detention centers. I go anywhere possible to talk to young youth or young adults about the importance of education and about the programs that Highline Community College may be able to offer them in their future.
So, who are they talking about?
Which of us is at risk?
Can you spot me in a crowd?
Do my friends, my home, or my clothes tell you?
Do you know me?
Are you sure?
So at the Multi-Service Center, when we talk about at-risk youth, we're really talking about youth that are in danger of not meeting their employment and education goals and overall financial self-stability at some point in the future. And this could be from a variety of factors, which are including but not limited to homelessness, poverty, residing in foster care, experiences within the legal or juvenile justice system, having dropped out of school, literacy challenges. There's really a wide range, but those are some of the most prominent factors we see when it comes to at-risk youth.
The youth that are at risk today, to me, are all youth. All youth are at risk in this community. They're all vulnerable. To me, it doesn't matter whether you come from social economics in the upper class or the lower class. It's just how you are at risk to certain things.
My bias towards who is at risk is I'm looking at students of color, and I'm looking at young males. In particular, our young males are truly at risk. And not only are they at risk from failing in all categories of, we're starting at economics, we're starting with the family, household, you go to health care, you go to education, you look at the penal system. They're failing in all aspects of each of those categories and each of those models. So if you want to look at risk, that is an at-risk individual. And that's an at-risk individual that now continues to grow as an at-risk individual of not getting the tools that they need to be successful.
I've been asked to define what an at-risk youth is, and every youth is at risk to some degree or another. And the conclusion I've come to is that truly the at-risk youth we need to be concerned about are the ones that are making choices that aren't the best for their future and for their present. And the difficulty is, how do we reach people that need to have better role models, a vision for their lives that get them to not step over that threshold into drugs or alcohol, into crime, into other things.
There are a lot of ways people try to define at-risk youth, and the truth is, it's not that easy. The idea encompasses all of the hopes and expectations our society has for us.
You want us to be healthy, safe, and loved.
You want to see us work hard in school, be good citizens, make wise choices, and have hope.
Why do we wander off the right path?
Is there a checklist for this?
Are there warning signs?
How do you know when we need help?
If you look at the achievement gap, it gives you the data on who is failing. We all know that education is a foundation of a successful life. I'm not saying that you have to have A, B's, or C's, but you have to be able to think critically and be an independent thinker.
And what I see as a common denominator in repeat offenders is either drugs, alcohol, or mental illness, or a combination.
What causes youth to be at risk? To me, it comes down to a couple factors. Social economic factors is one thing. The less social resources you have, the more likely you are vulnerable.
So when someone's at risk, it's usually a situation where factors in their personal life are interfering with their ability to be successful. For example, if you have a youth who is homeless, it's very difficult for them to have a place to go after school to do their homework, or to have a place that is a reliable place for them to do what they need to do in terms of finding a job.
Adverse childhood experiences, or what they call ACEs, have a lot to do with how vulnerable you're going to be faced. So if you're being abused at home, if you're lack of parenting, if you're sexually abused, if you are bullied at school, if you've been traumatized, and trauma can be from anything, from a car accident to getting beat up at school.
At some point, they made choices to go down that path that lead them in less beneficial ways in their lives. And the idea is, how do you get people to make better choices?
The number one thing that anyone can do to help an at-risk youth is just to be there to be a role model, to provide support, to listen, and to care. And in fact, research has shown that is one of the critical factors in whether or not a youth who is deemed to be at risk will be successful.
So I would tell you that it starts, first of all, with you looking at yourself. What biases, what perceptions, what stereotypes are you carrying that limit you from talking to the specific population? Something's going on with yourself. Don't look at the kids and just say, you know what, that kid comes from a bad background, or that kid is they're low impoverished, or you know what, they only have a single family home. We understand that. Those are the extremities that sometimes you just can't change. You can't change that, but you can definitely change the internal relationships that you have with these individuals.
Drugs,
Homelessness,
fear,
violence,
mental illness,
abuse,
instability.
hopelessness.
At-risk youth are everywhere in this community, facing these challenges every single day. Each of our stories is unique, but all of them have potential for a happy ending.
Everybody's at risk. Adults are at risk. And what is the risk? The risk is you're going to make choices that take you down a path that's destructive in your life. Benefit is that you have choices that take you down a path that's going to be beneficial for your life and the lives of people around you.
So we're at stake of losing a lot of leaders right now. That's what we're at stake of losing, leaders. Not just people, but just leaders.
Advancing Leadership 2012. Your challenge is to find us where we are and help us on the path to where we want to be. Together, you can take action that will impact us for good.
What is AL12's team project?
It is all up to you.
If you want to make a change in your community, you have to go to the foundation. The foundation is our youth.
Here comes a break.